Every new beginning comes from the close of another ending. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and a warm welcome to our dear valedictorians. Though today marks the end of your school life, there is a strange comfort in knowing that no matter what happens today, the sun will rise again tomorrow. Nothing has ended, it's just a new beginning.
This batch has been unique as none other, with their academic year that swept past them, spending their time on screen for their classes. We are saddened by the fact that you missed the most crucial days of your school life, but we are happy that you are safe and sound to be able to attend this function at school. For that, we thank God Almighty.
The online mode of teaching and learning is the new norm of change, which will have to be continued even when physical classes takes its place. We gather that you've accumulated a plethora of learning experiences, new insights, and confidence. What seems to be bitter trials are often blessings in disguise. The theme for today's function is Arohan, which means soaring high.
You cannot find what you do not seek. You cannot grasp when you do not reach. Your dream won't come up to your front door. You have to take a leap if you want to soar. And this is the essence of this year's theme.
I believe that it is our attitude that determines our altitude. It is our attitude that allows us to soar above those things that would otherwise overcome us. Life has many ways of testing a person's will, either by having nothing happen at all or by having everything happen all at once. It is human tendency to compare our own lives with that of stalwarts and wonder that things are always easygoing for them. We are basically observing them at the pinnacle of their profession, but overlook their failures when they were practicing or attempting the task for the first time. Take everything life has to offer, because at the end, something great would be waiting for you. Learn to find good out of all oddities, then only you will learn to live life in the best possible way.
Asatoma Sadgamaya, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya, Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. O Lord, lead us from non-being to being, lead us from darkness to light, lead us from death to immortality. May peace be with everyone.
A momentous occasion in life is always marked by an auspicious act of a divine ceremony. Let us consecrate this holy hour by lighting the mother candle. I now call upon Principal Sir to come forward and spread the light of joy on this beautiful evening.
May this lamp of blessing and wisdom ignite the spark of divinity in all of us. Apart from love and forgiveness, prayer is one among the most powerful resources at man's hand. Prayer is a surge of the heart. It is a simple law turned towards heaven. It is the cry of recognition and of love. Let us invoke showers of blessings from the Almighty with a beautiful and melodious invocation song, Help Me Find It. I now request all to rise.
I don't know where to go from here. It all used to seem so clear. I'm finding I can't do this on my own. I don't know where to go from here. As long as I know that you are near, I'm done fighting, I'm finally letting go. I will trust in you. You've never failed before, and I will trust in you. If there's a road I should walk, help me find it. If I need to be still, give me peace for the moment. Whatever your will, whatever your will, can you help me find it? Can you help me find it? I'm giving you fear and you give faith. I'm giving you doubt, you give me grace. For every step, I've never been alone. Even when it hurts, you have your way. Even in the valley, I will say, with every breath, you never let me go. I will wait for you. You've never failed before, I will wait for you. If there's a road I should walk, help me find it. If I need to be still, give me peace for the moment. Whatever your will, whatever your will, can you help me find it? Can you help me find it? I lift my empty hands. Come fill me up again. Have your way, my King. I give my all to you. I lift my eyes again. Was blind, but now I see. You are all I need. If there's a road I should walk, help me find it. If I need to be still, give me peace for the moment. Whatever your will, whatever your will, can you help me find it? Can you help me find it?
Thank you, choir, for that soul-stirring rendition. Now we have Sai Raksha to resonate the note of welcome.
Every second brings a fresh beginning. Every hour holds a new promise. Every night, our dreams can bring hope, and every day is what you choose to make it. Ladies and gentlemen, I, Sai Raksha, on behalf of Presidency School Nandini Layout, welcome you all to this auspicious moment of the Valedictory function 2020-21. I welcome all the 10th graders to this beautiful and wonderful event. We are at the junction where a chapter closes and a new one begins. Let us celebrate the ending, for they precede new beginnings. I am highly honored to welcome Dr. Nisar Ahmed, Chairman of Presidency Group of Institutions and Chancellor of Presidency University. Welcome, sir. I feel grateful to welcome Madam Chancellor, Ms. Kausar Ahmed. I take this opportunity in welcoming Mr. Suhail Ahmed, Vice Chairman of Presidency Group of Institutions. Welcome, sir. I extend my warm welcome to Ms. Nafisa Ahmed, Director of Presidency Group of Institutions, and Mr. Salman Ahmed, Vice President, Presidency University. I would also like to welcome Mr. Shah, the Management Trustee. I would like to welcome Ms. Aziza Isa, the Senior General Manager, Office of Director, Presidency Group of Institutions. I feel privileged to welcome Dr. Tangadurai, Director of Presidency Group of Schools, and Principal of Presidency School, Kasturi Nagar. I am delighted to welcome Madam Bhuvaneshwari, Director and Principal of Presidency School, Belekahalli and Presidency School, Mangalore. I take this privilege to welcome Ms. Susan Roy Thomas, Principal of St. Paul's English School, JP Nagar. I take immense pleasure in welcoming Ms. Asha Meka, Principal of Presidency School, RT Nagar. I extend my cordial welcome to Ms. Madhulika, Associate Principal, Presidency School, Mangalore, and Ms. Anugopala Krishnan, Principal in Charge, Presidency School, Yelhanka. I extend my welcome to Ms. Sandhya Raman, Principal, Presidency School, Banashankari. I heartily welcome our Principal, Mr. Jayaprakash. I extend my cordial welcome to our coordinators, Ms. Nagamani, Ms. Shanti Manjunath, and Ms. Yamini. I welcome our dear teachers, our non-teaching staff, support staff, and all the people who have worked behind the frame. I heartily welcome all our dear parents. It's only when you have the courage to stop off the ledge that you'll realize you've had wings all along. So dear friends, let your heart soar as high as it will as the theme goes for this year, Arohan, the Ascent. Aim high. The future you see is the person you will be. Thank you. Have a great day. Now you will have a glimpse of our theme, Arohan, the Ascent, made specially by grade 10 students Shreyas, Gautam, Savarna and Sandeep.
Here is success. That's what motivates us to move across the path of success. And here we are at the starting line. And what lies in front of us is a long staircase. And then we start walking. As we go up, we get tired. But the motivation to reach makes us move on till we reach the top. And when we reach the top, we realize that we haven't reached yet. And we yet have a long way to go. So we move on walking. And then we come across the bridge which is in between us and success. We move on steadily so that we don't fail at this point. And what happens is fear strikes in and we fall into the pit of failure. We fall down, but we manage to get up and keep on moving as there is no time for excuses. And we again climb to the top. And this time we learn from our mistakes and move on strong and fast, hanging at the point of our previous failure, getting up and moving on. And that's when you are most happy as you reach your destination. And that's what the theme is all about. Welcome to Arohan, the Ascent. Just like the fledglings take flight into the outer world in search of their identity, we the 10th graders are spreading our wings to explore the infinite possibilities of life.
Music is the literature of the heart. It commences where speech ends. It produces a kind of pleasure which human nature cannot do without. It lifts us into a realm of inspiration, as high as the stars and deep as the dreams in our souls. For every dream precedes a goal.
Now we have the school choir with a special song, Moments Like This by the Afters. It inspires one to embrace the joy in the present moment instead of bracing oneself in the perils of the unknown. It teaches us that nothing is more precious than being in the present moment, fully alive, fully aware and realizing deeply that the present moment is all we have.
Here we are on top of the stars. Never thought we'd ever get this far. We live for moments like this. We come alive in moments like this. Here we are, this is the time. Like a dream coming to life. We live for moments like this. Come alive in moments like this. Moments like this. I try to take a breath, thoughts racing through my head. I try to capture it, but a picture can't hold what a heart is feeling. I just wanna stop the world from spinning, slow it all down for a minute, so that I can take it in. I can take it in. Here we are on top of the stars. Never thought we'd ever get this far. We live for moments like this. Come alive in moments like this. Here we are, this is the time. Like a dream coming to life. We live for moments like this. Come alive in moments like this. Moments like this. Don't wanna close my eyes. I'm feeling so alive. I try to find the words when the words can't say what my heart is feeling. I just wanna stop the world from spinning, slow it all down for a minute, so that I can take it in. I can take it in. Here we are on top of the stars. Never thought we'd ever get this far. We live for moments like this. Come alive in moments like this. Here we are, this is the time. Like a dream coming to life. We live for moments like this. Come alive in moments like this. We'll hold up the light, burn a hole in the night. When we are here, when we are here. So we'll hold up the light, burn a hole in the night. When we are here, when we are here. Here we are on top of the stars. Never thought we'd ever get this far. We live for moments like this. Come alive in moments like this. Here we are, this is the time. Like a dream coming to life. We live for moments like this. Come alive in moments like this.
Thank you, Kor, for that enchanting song.
I quote Harold R. McAlendon. Do not follow where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. Leadership is action, not position. Because great leaders do not set out to be a leader, but to make a difference. It's never about the role, always about the goal.
We now move on to the ceremonial and symbolic handing over of the leadership and responsibilities by the outgoing captains to the newborn leaders who will continue the pride and honor of the school and who will follow their duties, preserve the rich dignity and glory of our school. I request our principal, Mr. Jayaprakash sir, to come forward and hand over the responsibilities.
Now we have the passing of the mantle. The school boys captain Vajranga will hand over the school flag to the new captain Parit. Our principal, Mr. Jayaprakash sir, will hand over the school flag to Parit. Vajranga is a determined and focused leader who took the team along. Parit will accept the mantle of responsibility and will execute his duties in a laudable manner. Now we have Vatsalya, the school girls captain, who will pass on the responsibilities to Saraksha of grade 9. Vatsalya is meticulous in her work and is a true leader who will be emulated by all. Let us congratulate the new cabinet members and also wish our graduates all the very best in their future endeavors.
Thank you, sir.
You have the capacity to leave a lasting impact and an indelible impression upon this world. Claim the sacred spaces of your minds, nurture and cultivate a vision of fulfillment, and move towards that destiny with patience, perseverance, and prayer. Hold the vision, trust the process, and remember that everything that rises must converge. Now I call upon Vajranga, the school captain, for the exhortation.
We, the class 10 students of Presidency, proclaim this day that as the outgoing students of this institution, we are aware of our responsibilities and goals as taught by our esteemed institution. We shall always be proud of our alma mater, serve her whenever occasion demands, and we shall always strive to uphold the values inculcated in us. We shall respect our parents, teachers and elders, and we shall always serve our country for its progress. Our belief through life shall be God is our strength.
Thank you, Vajranga.
Imagine if I was given one moment, just a single slice of my past, I could hold it close forever, and that moment would always last. There are moments that I can think of that would lift my spirits every time. The moments when I was picked up, when the road was hard to climb. Life brings us tears, smiles, and memories. The tears dry, the smiles fade, but the memories last forever.
Memories are the timeless treasures of the heart. They are a way of holding on to the things we love, the things we learned, and the things we would never want to lose. It is now time to step into the library of memories and delve into that sweet book of childhood. Sometimes our memories sneak out from the eyes and roll down on the cheeks. Now I call upon Ananya and Rajvardhan to share their memories treasured all over the years.
This beautiful journey of ours in this school, filled with sweet reminiscence, lifelong friends, unbreakable bonds, and hard lessons of life, it all started with our parents' dream to give us the best. And today, we can't thank them enough for choosing to send us here.
The first day of our school seems like an old faded memory now, but we were hardly able to walk in with our school bags that were as big as us. The feeling of unity was so deep rooted in us that as soon as we heard a student cry, it was our cue to start whining and sobbing one by one. It was not until we saw our books filled with colorful and mesmerizing pictures that we finally stopped crying.
Stepping into primary school had made us feel like such grown-ups. But every day we bickered about who would sit in the first bench or become the class monitor, because then we got to write on the board, which was the most prestigious thing at that time.
The attendance was always full on the days that we had games period. When the bells rang, we didn't even close our books completely before rushing out to make the most out of this time.
But when we came back, we always took our own sweet time in the washrooms washing our hands and faces. Most of the times, we ended up having water fights, creating a complete mess in the washrooms until the helpers shooed us out.
At the start of every trip, we were always asked not to make noise, or else our trip would be cancelled. But as soon as we were seated in the bus and it had covered a considerable distance, we gave the adults in charge a bad case of headache with our chorus singing and showing off our latest dance moves. When taken to task, we took in our stride with gentle acceptance, knowing fully well that it was meant to be for our best. Lunch breaks were the best. With all the boys going down to the ground to eat, we girls had the classrooms to ourselves and we basked in the peace, not having to hear the constant fighting and shouting. We spoke about everything from the latest movies to which team was winning the IPLs, played Dam Charades and Antakshri, turning the classroom into our own personal stage.
In high school, the last benches were on high demand. A place out of the teacher's reach, it was perfect for playing the Rubik's Cube, chopsticks, and stone paper scissors, or to just talk and complain when the classes got too overbearing. Some of us would sneak snacks into the classroom and have them during the classes. There were moments when grapes and paper balls were flying around the class.
Every day, the singers of our class were heard humming and singing, sometimes too loud for our teachers to hear. When questioned who it was so immersed in their emotions, the names of 3-4 students were taken, trying to confuse our teachers.
No matter how old we grew, our class was always compared to a fish market, though many of us had never ever been to one.
When our teachers entered the class and gave us the silent treatment, it just meant one thing. We had messed up and it was going to be a long class.
The worst kind of punishment was when our teachers took away our games period for misbehavior.
On Teachers' Day, we made sure to show our teachers how special they are and promised to try and be completely quiet just for that one day but always failed miserably.
And on Children's Day, our teachers always put up a show for us, putting the stage on fire. That made us feel so special and thankful for having such multi-talented and hard-working teachers.
It was not only a day for enjoyment but also an inspirational one, making us believe that age is just a number and it did not have to dictate what you do.
We were always made to believe that our last year would be filled with endless lessons and no breaks. Who knew that this would be the year we pushed our luck to its limits and got creative with our fun? The coronavirus couldn't dull the enthusiasm and energy of our teachers. It couldn't stop our brilliant teachers from drawing out solutions, that is, online classes. Everyone was skeptical and apprehensive, but we soon became innovative and nothing could stop us from being the children of the sun. Ananya, what was the timings of the online classes?
8:50.
And what time would you wake up?
8:49.
And?
Join the class and my name would be there among the present. It is then I have my morning routine. Raj, do you like online or offline classes?
I like both, but online was a new experience. I was happy because the teachers could be stuck, muted, and even they disappeared at times. I'm just kidding.
When names were called out, some would mute and unmute continuously, pretending that they had network issues. Network issues was the tagline of this academic year and may continue in the coming years too. Students would text each other and crack jokes, some pushed to such an extent of naughtiness so as to remove our classmates from the meeting and create no end of chaos.
Turning on and off the cameras was much fun. Teachers would spotlight and expose us. Our friends would get a really weird face photo of us and that was really embarrassing. Sometimes music would be played in the background or someone could be heard humming a song. We used to laugh within us as there was no way that our beloved teachers could find out who it was. At times, the teachers would teach, continuously unaware of the fact that their mics were muted. We wouldn't want to tell them but could visualize that they would be questioning and scolding us for not answering. So in the four walls of our room, we enjoyed not alone but in groups. But hey, who doesn't love teasing on a lighter vein?
It was retribution when our mics unmuted occasionally, unaware, and everyone got to hear the dressing down that we received from our parents for our sins of commission and omission. Who said student life was easy? We were very busy. One hand on pen, the other on the phone. One ear on the lecture and the other listening to gossip. But all said and done, we did learn what our teachers taught us. Today, we stand on the threshold of turning over the last leaf of a very important chapter in our lives and about to begin another which is brimming with expectations, opportunities, and unsatiated dreams. No doubt, the pages will be surely written with an indelible ink of trust, love, and confidence which has been gifted to us by all our beloved teachers right from the moment we stepped into the hallowed precincts of this institution.
Although space and distance may separate us, with moist eyes we say to our dear teachers, you will always be close to us in our thoughts and will always remain with us in our hearts. Although words fall short of expressing our love and gratitude for you, we still want to thank you from the bottom of our heart. Here's a big thank you from all of us.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನಾನು ನೇಹ.
ನಾನು ವಿಜಯ್.
ಶಾಲೆ ಬರೀ 4 ಮಹಡಿಗಳ ಕಟ್ಟಡವಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಭಾವನೆಯ ಸಾಗರ. ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆನ್ಸಿ ಶಾಲೆ ಎಂಬ ವಿದ್ಯಾಮಂದಿರದಲ್ಲಿ ಓದಿರುವ ನಾವೇ ಧನ್ಯರು. ಶಾಲೆಯ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಬೆಂಚಿನಲ್ಲಿ, ತರಗತಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ, ಗೋಡೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನದಲ್ಲಿ ಶಾಶ್ವತವಾಗಿ ನೆಲೆ ನಿಲ್ಲುವ ಸವಿನೆನಪುಗಳಿವೆ.
ಈ ಶಾಲೆಯು ಒಂದು ದೇವಾಲಯ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಪ್ರೋತ್ಸಾಹಿಸಿ ನಮಗೆ ವಿದ್ಯೆಯನ್ನು ಧಾರೆ ಎರೆದು ಆಶೀರ್ವದಿಸುವ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕರೇ ಅಲ್ಲಿನ ದೇವರುಗಳು. ನಾವು ಆ ಮಂದಿರದಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಷಾನುಗಟ್ಟಲೆ ತಪಸ್ಸು ಮಾಡಿ ವಿದ್ಯೆ ಕಲಿತು ಹೊರಬರುವ ಭಕ್ತರು.
ವಿಜಯ್, ನಿನಗೂ ಈ ಅನುಭವವಿದೆಯಾ? ಮೊದಲನೆಯ ದಿನ ಶಾಲೆಗೆ ಹೋಗುವುದಿಲ್ಲ ಎಂದು ನಮ್ಮ ಪೋಷಕರ ಬಳಿ ಹಠ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾ ಅಳುತ್ತಿದ್ದೆವು. ಆಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಿಂಡರ್ ಗಾರ್ಡನ್ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಕೈ ಹಿಡಿದು ಒಳಗೆ ಕರೆದೊಯ್ದಾಗ ಭಯ ಹಾಗೂ ಉತ್ಸುಕತೆಯಿಂದ ತರಗತಿಯೊಳಗೆ ಕಾಲಿರಿಸಿದೆವು. ಅದನ್ನು ಎಂದಿಗೂ ಮರೆಯಲು ಸಾಧ್ಯವಿಲ್ಲ.
ಹೌದು, ನಾವು ಶಾಲೆಯ ಆರಂಭದ ದಿನಗಳನ್ನು ಬೇಸರದಲ್ಲಿಯೇ ಕಳೆದೆವು. ಆದರೆ ದಿನ ಕಳೆದಂತೆ ಒಂದೊಂದು ದಿನಗಳು ಕೂಡ ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಲು ಆರಂಭಿಸಿತು. ಶಾಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಟೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಡೇ, ಫ್ಯಾನ್ಸಿ ಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಷನ್, ಸ್ಟಾರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ವೀಕ್, ಇನ್ನು ಕೆಲವು ಕುತೂಹಲಕಾರಿ ಆಟಗಳು ನಮಗೆ ಶಾಲೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಲು ಉತ್ಸಾಹ ನೀಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದವು.
ನಿಜ, ನಾವು ವಾರಕ್ಕೊಮ್ಮೆ ಆಚರಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದ ಕಲರ್ಸ್ ಡೇ, ಆ ಬಣ್ಣದ ಯಾವುದಾದರೂ ವಸ್ತು ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಬೇಕಿತ್ತು. ಬೇರೆಯವರ ವಸ್ತು ನಮಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟವಾದರೆ ಅದೇ ಬೇಕು ಎಂದು ಹಠ ಹಿಡಿದಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕರು ತಾಯಿಯಂತೆ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಸಮಾಧಾನಪಡಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದರು. ಚಿಕ್ಕಂದಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಸ್ಪರ್ಧೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹುಮಾನ ದೊರೆತರೆ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕರು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಎಲ್ಲರ ಮುಂದೆ ಪ್ರಶಂಸಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದರು. ಆಗ ನಾವು ಏನೋ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸಾಧನೆ ಮಾಡಿದವರ ಹಾಗೆ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆಯಿಂದ ಬೀಗುತ್ತಿದ್ದ ಆ ಕ್ಷಣಗಳು ಈಗಲೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಚ್ಚಳಿಯಂತೆ ನಿಂತಿದೆ.
ಹೊಸ ಗೆಳೆಯರೊಡನೆ ಮಾತನಾಡಲು ಪ್ರಯತ್ನಿಸಿದ್ದು, ಅವರ ಜೊತೆ ಚಿಕ್ಕವರಿದ್ದಾಗಲೇ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದ ಕೀಟಲೆ ಇವೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಈಗಲೂ ನೆನಪಿಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತದೆ. ಮಿಡಲ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಗೆ ಬಂದ ಮೇಲೆ ಗೆಳೆಯರ ಜೊತೆಗಿನ ಒಡನಾಟ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿದ್ದು, ಪೇಪರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ದಿನಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಆಟಿಕೆ ತಯಾರಿಸಿ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಒಂದು ಸಾಧನೆ ಎಂದುಕೊಂಡು ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಆಟವಾಡಿದ್ದು, ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟ್, ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಫುಟ್ಬಾಲ್ನಲ್ಲಿಯೇ ಟೂರ್ನಮೆಂಟ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಆಯೋಜಿಸಿ ಆಡಿದ್ದು, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಗೆದ್ದವರನ್ನು ಪ್ರಶಂಸಿಸಿದ್ದು, ಅದರಲ್ಲೂ ಕೆಲವು ರೋಚಕ ಪಂದ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ಮೈಯೆಲ್ಲ ಕಣ್ಣಾಗಿ ನೋಡಿದ ಕ್ಷಣಗಳು ಇನ್ನೂ ಕೂಡ ನೆನಪಿನಲ್ಲಿಯೇ ಉಳಿದಿವೆ. ಹೈಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಗೆ ಬಂದ ಮೇಲಂತೂ ಕೇಳುವಂತೆಯೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಬೆಂಚ್ನ ಮೇಲೆ ತಮಟೆ ಹೊಡೆದಿದ್ದು, ಮುಂದೆ ಕುಳಿತುಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಿದ್ದ ಗೆಳೆಯನ ಬೆನ್ನು ತಟ್ಟಿ ಕರೆದು ತಾನು ಕರೆದೇ ಇಲ್ಲವೇನೋ ಎನ್ನುವಂತೆ ನಟಿಸಿದ್ದು, ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಟೈಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೇನು ಗೆಳೆಯ ಕುಳಿತುಕೊಳ್ಳುವ ಕ್ಷಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವನ ಕುರ್ಚಿ ಎಳೆದು ಅವನನ್ನು ಬೀಳಿಸಿದ್ದು, ಇರೇಸರನ್ನೇ ಚೆಂಡೆಂದು ಭಾವಿಸಿ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿಯೇ ಆಡಿದ್ದು, ಅದು ಗೆಳೆಯನ ತಲೆಗೆ ತಗುಲಿದ್ದು, ಅಬ್ಬಾ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿರುವ ತುಂಟಾಟ 1 2 ಲೆಕ್ಕವೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಷಣಗಳು ನೆನಪಿಸಿಕೊಂಡರೆ ಈಗಲೂ ನಗು ಬರುತ್ತದೆ.
ಅದೇನೋ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾವು ತಂದ ಊಟದಲ್ಲಿ ರುಚಿಯಿಲ್ಲ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತಿತ್ತೋ ಏನೋ. ಲಂಚ್ ಟೈಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ತಂದ ಊಟವನ್ನು ತಿನ್ನದೆ ಗೆಳೆಯರ ಊಟವನ್ನು ತಿಂದದ್ದೇ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ. ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನಡೆಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದ ರೌಂಡ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್, ಶಾಲೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟ ನಂತರ ಹೊರಗೆ ಗುಂಪು ಕಟ್ಟಿ ಮಾತನಾಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾಗ PT ಟೀಚರ್ ಬಂದು ಬೈಯುತ್ತಿದ್ದಂತೆ ದಿಕ್ಕಾಪಾಲಾಗಿ ಓಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದುದು ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಮರ.
ವರ್ಷವೆಲ್ಲ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಪಾಠ ಕೇಳದೆ ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆಗೆ 2 ವಾರ ಬಾಕಿ ಇದ್ದಂತೆ ಟೀಚರ್ಗೆ ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಕೇಳದ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಆ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೊಂದಾಗಿ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದು, ಆಗಲೂ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪವೂ ಕೋಪಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳದೆ ಖುಷಿಯಿಂದಲೇ ಹೇಳಿಕೊಟ್ಟು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಸಿದ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕರಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಸದಾ ಚಿರಋಣಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ವರ್ಷವಿಡೀ ರಾಜರಂತೆ ಬೀಗುತ್ತಾ ಬರುತ್ತಿದ್ದವರು ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ದಿನ ಮಾತ್ರ ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡಿ ರಾಜನ ಆಸ್ಥಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಬರುವವರಂತೆ ಕೈಕಟ್ಟಿ ತಲೆ ಬಗ್ಗಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಬರುತ್ತಿದ್ದೆವು. ಶಿಕ್ಷಕರು ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ಏನೇನೋ ಆಶ್ವಾಸನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಅವರನ್ನು ಸಮಾಧಾನಪಡಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದೆವು. ಮಾರನೆಯ ದಿನ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಹಳೆಯ ಕಸುಬನ್ನೇ ಮುಂದುವರಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದೆವು. ಮಳೆ ಬಂದ ಕಾರಣ ಬೇರೆ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟೀಚರ್ ಗೇಮ್ಸ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಿಯವಾದ ವಸ್ತುವನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕಳೆದುಕೊಂಡಂತೆ ಭಾಸವಾಗಿ ಒಳಗೊಳಗೆ ಕಣ್ಣೀರಿಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದೆವು.
11 ವರ್ಷಗಳಿಂದ ಶಿಸ್ತುಬದ್ಧವಾಗಿ ನಡೆದ ಶಾಲಾ ಜೀವನ ಕೊನೆಯ ವರ್ಷ ಕಂಗಾಲಾಯಿತು ಈ ಕೋವಿಡ್ನಿಂದ. ಬಹುಶಃ ನಮಗೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಟುಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂತಹ ಕ್ಷಣಗಳು ಸಿಗುತ್ತಿದ್ದವೋ ಏನೋ, ಆದರೆ ಈ ಕೋವಿಡ್-19 ವ್ಯಾಪಕ ಹರಡುವಿಕೆಯಿಂದ ದೇಶವ್ಯಾಪಿ ಲಾಕ್ಡೌನ್ ಘೋಷಿಸಲಾಯಿತು. ಇದರಿಂದ ಶಾಲೆಗಳನ್ನು ಮುಚ್ಚಬೇಕಾದಾಗ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ಗಳು ಆರಂಭವಾದವು. ಶಾಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆಯುವಷ್ಟರ ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಈ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ಗಳು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತದೆ ಎಂದು ನಾವು ಅಂದುಕೊಂಡಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕರ ಪರಿಶ್ರಮದಿಂದಾಗಿ ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಯಶಸ್ವಿಯಿಂದಲೇ ನಡೆಯಿತು.
ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ನಡೆಯುವಾಗ ನನ್ನ ಕೆಲ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರು ನಿದ್ದೆ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದರು, ಇನ್ನು ಕೆಲವರು ಗೇಮ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಆಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದರು. ಅದು ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತೇ ಆಗುತ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಎಂದುಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದರು. ಆದರೂ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕರ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿಬಿದ್ದರು. ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲದ ಉತ್ತರಗಳನ್ನು ಗೂಗಲ್ನಿಂದ ಬರೆದು ಆ ಉತ್ತರಗಳು ಪುಸ್ತಕದಲ್ಲೇ ಇರದೆ ಟೀಚರ್ ಹತ್ತಿರ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿ ಹಾಕಿಕೊಂಡೆವು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಆಫ್ಲೈನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ಗಳು ಶುರುವಾಗುತ್ತದೆ ಎಂದು ತಿಳಿಸಿ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿರಲೇಬೇಕು ಎಂದು ಶಿಕ್ಷಕರು ಹೇಳಿದರು. ತಿಂಗಳಾನುಗಟ್ಟಲೆ ಇರದಿದ್ದ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಒಂದೇ ರಾತ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದುಬಿಟ್ಟಿತ್ತು. ರಾತ್ರಿಯೆಲ್ಲ ನಿದ್ದೆಗೆಟ್ಟು ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು.
ಆಫ್ಲೈನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಶುರುವಾದಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಹಪಾಠಿಗಳು ಹಾಗೂ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕರನ್ನು ನೋಡಿ ಆನಂದವಾಯಿತು. ಆದರೆ ಇವೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಇನ್ನು ಕೆಲವೇ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಗಿಯುತ್ತದೆ ಎಂಬ ವಿಷಯ ನೆನಪಾದಾಗ ದುಃಖ, ಕಣ್ಣೀರು ಬರುತ್ತದೆ. ಸಹಪಾಠಿಗಳನ್ನು, ಶಿಕ್ಷಕರನ್ನು, ಶಾಲೆಯನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗುತ್ತೇವೆ ಎನ್ನುವ ಸಂಗತಿ ಮನಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಬಹಳ ನೋವುಂಟು ಮಾಡುತ್ತವೆ. ನನಗೆ ಅಚ್ಚಳಿಯಾದ ಕ್ಷಣ ಯಾವುದೆಂದರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಾಂಶುಪಾಲರು ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಬಾರಿಯೂ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಎನ್ನುತ್ತಾ ಭಾಷಣವನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಸುವುದು.
ನಿಜ ಹೇಳುವುದಾದರೆ ನನಗೆ ಈ ಶಾಲೆಯನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗುವ ಮನಸ್ಸೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ವೃತ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಆರಿಸಿಕೊಂಡರೂ ಈ ಶಾಲೆಯ ಸವಿನೆನಪುಗಳು ಶಾಶ್ವತವಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೂರಿ ನಿಲ್ಲುತ್ತದೆ.
ಬಂಗಾರದಂತಹ ದಿನಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಲು ದಿನವಿಡಿಯಾದರೂ ಸಾಕಾಗುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಆ ಸುಮಧುರ ನೆನಪುಗಳು, ಅನುಭವಗಳನ್ನು ಮೆಲುಕು ಹಾಕುವುದಷ್ಟೇ ಇನ್ನು ನಮಗೆ ಉಳಿದಿರುವುದು. ಅವೆಂದೂ ಮರಳಿ ಬರಲಾರವು. ಅತೀವ ಸಂಕಟ, ಬೇಸರದೊಂದಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರಿಗೆ ವಿದಾಯವನ್ನು ಹೇಳುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಜೈ ಹಿಂದ್, ಜೈ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ.
Thank you, Ananya and Rajvardhan, for voicing out our very own sentiments and touching the very depth of our hearts. I quote C.S. Lewis, "The task of modern educator is not to cut down jungles, but to irrigate deserts." I unquote. Teachers have a gift of giving. It drives them with the same spirit that drives an artist to create a work of art. They teach, they touch the future of several. They are the greatest assets of a school.
Our hearts are filled with deep gratitude in honor of you. Thank you, for one day with a great teacher is better than 1,000 days of diligent study. Thank you for giving us wings, for having faith in us and reassuring us with optimism. Thank you for being you, a great teacher. Now, we have Dhwani who wishes to offer a token of love for all the teachers.
I've penned a note in honor of all teachers who have shaped us and molded us into the very best. Sometimes my mind wonders if I could stop the time, relive all the memories left behind. Well, every day was a different kind. Some days we laughed, some days we cried. And it's like a family that lies, like an angel in disguise. Started this journey with teary eyes, and ending it with teary smiles. It feels so nice to realize that we'll always find teachers who helped us every time. Encouraged us to step out and shine, just like their love, which was so family-like. Making this place so warm and nice. Still feels like a decade has passed in a blink of an eye. And going away from this wonderful land with a happy and memorable end. But we'll always know where to find this place of wonderful and happy times. I thank all our teachers for being our friends, philosophers, guides, mentors, and above all, our second parents. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Dhwani, for those heart-touching lines. As we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them.
Now, we have the stars of the occasion in all their grandeur for you to see. Dance is the joy of movement and the heart of life. Dance is the hidden language of the soul. We have with us today the 10th graders, treating us to a poetry of graceful and rhythmic movement of body and the soul. They wish to express that which is too deep for words.
रघुकुल रीत सदा चली आई, प्राण जाए पर वचन न जाए।
जगमग थाय रे आव्या चुंदड़ी लालम लाल रे आव्या अम्बे माँ चुकमा जगमग थाय रे आव्या अम्बे माँ अक्षत फूल रे बधावो रे आव्या अम्बे माँ चुकमा जगमग थाय हे मारी अम्बे माँ हे मारी अम्बे माँ हे मारी अम्बे माँ हे मारी
Thank you for that beautiful dance. It was truly a treat to our aesthetic senses.
A leader is one who knows perfection is not attainable, but chasing perfection may help us catch excellence. A leader is the one who reminds you that you cannot depend on your eyes when your imagination is out of focus. Leaders instill in their people a hope for success and a belief in themselves. A genuine leader is not a searcher for consensus, but a molder of it. Now, I call our beloved principal, Mr. Jaiprakash Sir, to share his valuable thoughts with the valedictorians.
Honorable Dr. Nisar Ahmed Sir, Chairman, Presidency Group of Institutions and Chancellor, Presidency University, Madam Chancellor Mrs. Kausar Ahmed, Mr. Suhail Ahmed, Vice Chairman, Presidency Group of Institutions, Mrs. Nafisa Ahmed, Director, Presidency Group of Institutions, Mr. Salman Ahmed, Vice President, Presidency University, Mr. Shah, Management Trustee, Ms. Aziza Iza, Senior General Manager, Office of the Director, PGI, Dr. G. Tangadurai, Director of Presidency Group of Schools and Principal of Presidency School, Kasturi, Madam Bhuneshwari, Director and Principal, Presidency School, Bilakahalli, and Presidency School, Mangalore, Mrs. Susan Roy Thomas, Principal, St. Paul's English School, JP Nagar, Ms. Asha Maika, Principal, Presidency School, RT Nagar, Ms. Madhulika, Associate Principal, Presidency School, Mangalore, Ms. Anu Gopalakrishnan, Principal in Charge, Presidency School, Yelanka, Ms. Sandhya Raman, Principal, Presidency School, Banashankari, dear parents, dearest graduates, and my dear colleagues of PSNLO. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome each one of you to the valedictory ceremony of our grade 10 students themed Arohan, the ascent. Dear graduates, ascent or Arohan means rising or soaring high or scaling heights. It has been a journey that started with tentative steps perhaps, but one that has taken you to remarkable heights. You have encountered some trials and tribulations along the way, soldiered on and come out the stronger for them. You have experienced exceptional moments, magical moments, and created memories that will be fondly remembered in the years ahead. Henry Ford wisely said, "Coming together is a beginning, keeping together is progress, and working together is success." As we look back over the last few years, certainly there was a beginning and certainly there was also progress, and yes, undeniably, you have been successful. Steadfast, resolute, and determined, we all kept together. Day by day, we focused on our goal, keeping together and working together. We faced some incredible and memorable moments, moments that we chose to use as stepping stones as we tenaciously pursued our common goals. The end result, ladies and gentlemen, of our coming together, keeping together, and working together in spite of the obstacles that we may have faced along the way, that end result is the graduating class of 2021. How proud we are of the success that they have made with the opportunities that they were offered. Congratulations, we are inordinately proud of you all. You are ready, willing, and more than able to grasp the torch that we bestow upon you. Yours is the future, and on you the world will come to depend. May your years ahead continue to be characterized by empathy, compassion, objectivity, and a willingness to take risks. May you always lead by example and work hard and play straight. May your success be many and your tribulations be few and far between. We wish you everything that you so richly deserve in the years ahead. It has been an honor and a privilege watching your progress and success. Success must be understood, practiced, and enjoyed in the proper perspective as well. As is my practice, I would like to tell you a small story. There were 200 people attending a seminar on mental and physical health. At one point, the speaker told the group they were going to do an activity. He gave all attendees one balloon each and told them to write their names on it. Then the balloons were collected and moved into a very small room. The participants were then asked to go into the other room and were given 2 minutes to find their balloon. It was utter chaos. People were searching frantically for their balloon, pushing each other and running into one another while they grabbed a balloon, looked at it, and inevitably tossed it to the side. At the end of the 2 minutes, no one had found the balloon that had their name on it. Then the speaker asked the participants to go back into the room and pick up one balloon at random, look at the name, and return it to the original owner. Within minutes, everyone had been reunited with their original balloon. The speaker then told the group, "This is what it's like when people are frantically searching for their own happiness in life. People push others aside to get the things that they want and that they believe will bring them happiness. However, our happiness actually lies in helping other people and working together as a community. You will get your happiness if you help other people find theirs." The Dalai Lama says, if you want to be happy, practice compassion. Be compassionate, be considerate, and suddenly the world becomes such a wonderful place to be. God bless you.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words.
A blank parchment is lifeless until a pen creates a melody. A song is revered ageless because of a sweet harmony. Music is the secret mystery that unlocks something within. No matter where in history, music is where it begins. Now we have the choir to captivate us with the theme song "Wherever I Go" by Miley Cyrus.
Here we are now, everything's about to change. We face tomorrow as we say goodbye to yesterday. A chapter ending, but the story's only just begun. A page is turning for everyone. So I'm moving on, letting go, holding on to tomorrow. I've always got the memories while I'm finding out who I'm gonna be. We might be apart, but I hope you always know you'll be with me wherever I go. Wherever I go. So excited, I can barely even catch my breath. We have each other to lean on for the road ahead. This happy ending is the start of all our dreams. And I know your heart is with me. So I'm moving on, letting go, holding on to tomorrow. I've always got the memories while I'm finding out who I'm gonna be. We might be apart, but I hope you always know you'll be with me wherever I go. It's time to show the world we've got something to say. A song to sing out loud will never fade away. I know I'll miss you, but we'll meet again someday. We'll never fade away. So I'm moving on, letting go, holding on to tomorrow. I've always got the memories while I'm finding out who I'm gonna be. We might be apart, but I hope you always know you'll be with me. So I'm moving on, letting go, holding on to tomorrow. I've always got the memories while I'm finding out who I'm gonna be. We might be apart, but I hope you always know you'll be with me wherever I go.
choir for those chords of harmony, which was nectar for the soul.
Gratitude is a currency that we can mint for ourselves and spend without any fear of bankruptcy. Acknowledging the good that you already have in your life is the foundation for all abundance. Now we have Vatsalya to propose the vote of thanks.
I quote Albert Schweitzer, "At times, our own light goes out and is rekindled by a spark from another person. Each of us has cause to think with deep gratitude of those who have lighted the flame within us." I unquote. The words "thank you" are the most exquisite forms of courtesy. Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but also the parent of others. Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. It is an antidote to negative emotions, a neutralizer of envy and hostility. It is savoring. It is not taking things for granted. It is present-oriented. I deem it my honor to propose the vote of thanks for the Valedictory Ceremony 2020-21. I take this opportunity to thank Dr. Nisar Ahmed, Chairman of the Presidency Group of Institutions and Chancellor of the Presidency University, for being the pillar of support to all of us. I would also like to thank Madam Chancellor Kausar Ahmed. I express my gratitude to Mr. Suhail Ahmed, Vice Chairman of the Presidency Group of Institutions. I thank Ms. Nafisa Ahmed, Director of the Presidency Group of Institutions, for a constant encouragement. I feel honored to thank Mr. Salman Ahmed, Vice President of the Presidency University. Gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns what we have into enough and more. I extend my gratitude to Mr. Shah, the Management Trustee, for his well wishes. I take immense pleasure in thanking Ms. Aziza Isa, Senior General Manager, Office of Director, Presidency Group of Institutions. I take pride in thanking Mr. Tangadurai, Director of the Presidency Group of Schools and Principal of Presidency School Kasturi Nagar. I sincerely thank Madam Bhuvneshwari, Director and Principal of Presidency School Bilekahalli and Presidency School Mangalore, Ms. Susan Roy Thomas, Principal of St. Paul's English School, JP Nagar, Ms. Asha Maika, Principal of Presidency School RT Nagar, Ms. Madhulika, Associate Principal of Presidency School Mangalore, Ms. Anu Gopalakrishnan, Principal in Charge, Presidency School Yelahanka, and Ms. Sandhya Raman, Principal of Presidency School Banashankari. My most heartfelt thanks to all the parents for being the driving force in our journey of attaining our dreams. My deepest gratitude to our dear Principal, Mr. Jai Prakash, for being a source of inspiration to all of us. A warm thanks to our coordinators, Ms. Nagmani, Ms. Shanti Manjunath, and Ms. Yamini, for their unceasing care and support. Courage is the most important of all virtues, because without courage, you can't practice any other virtue consistently. I extend my gratitude to all my dear teachers for their love and instilling in us courage and confidence to face any trials and tribulations. I especially thank our non-teaching staff, support staff, and all the people who have helped us throughout our journey. Last but not the least, I thank all my fellow 10th graders for making my school life a delightful one. We may be separated by distance and time, but our hearts and minds shall always be connected by memories. I wish all my friends all the best for their future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, Vatsalya, for doing the honors.
As we come to the close of the day's program, the choir will sing the school anthem and the 10th graders will hold their heads high with a sense of pride and belonging.
In one salutation to thee, O God, we raise our voices loud and clear, trusting in you to course us
Never think of the things you did not receive after praying. Think of the countless blessings you were given without asking. May we be strengthened with the understanding that being blessed does not mean that we shall always be spared all difficulties and disappointments of life. I would now like to request the teachers to form the corridor of blessings. This wonderful aisle is a corridor formed by the teachers to shower their blessings and grace upon the young graduates who are soaring into their future.
Wishing all the grade 10 students the best of luck for their board exams and the same for their future. We would like to conclude this delightful occasion with a poem. Do not hesitate to shatter the glass ceiling. When you get to the top, you'll love the feeling. Always aim high because the sky is the limit. Never say die because you are a strong spirit. Godspeed, dear friends, and have a wonderful future ahead.
Hide me now under your wings. Cover me within your mighty hands. When the oceans rise and thunders roar, I will soar with you above the storm. Father, you are King over the floods, and I will be still. Know you are God. Find rest, my soul, in you, you alone. Know His heart in quietness and trust. When the oceans rise and thunders roar, I will soar with you above the storm. Father, you are King over the floods, and I will be still. Know you are God, and I will be still. Know you are God. Hide me now under your wings. Cover me within